Hello and welcome everybody. It's the first day and first game of Triangle Takedown. We're starting off with some CSGO action. It's brought to you by me, Camo Henry, and my lovely friend from NC State here.
I'm APTR. I'm NC State's Counter-Strike caster, and I'm so lucky to be here at the Triangle Takedown, presented by the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill here. We get to see some Counter-Strike as our first match of the day.
Yes, we are, and it's going to be UNC versus Duke in this first game. We actually have the game going on right now. They started already without us, unfortunately, but we are in this game. Looks like UNC varsity is up 2-0 in this first round, and we are on Inferno. We aren't getting any sound quite yet, so we are going to unmute that, and there we go. Perfect sound quality. And it's going to be UNC on this Counter-Strike, or CT side, not Counter-Strike, Counter-Terrorist side, starting us off.
Looks like UNC has already won the first 2 rounds. That'd be the pistol and the immediate follow-up. And judging by the economy, I believe it would have had to be Duke force buying last round. So now they're stuck with only pistols trying to make their way in. B site seems to be the play here for Duke as they've made their way pretty heavily up banana with all 5 players. And the UNC side with only 1 real rifle to work with. It's going to be on Ninja Nas from the top side with the MP9 here as Duke starting to make their way forward. Not clearing the upper area, but he'll still get taken down. Sneed will get 1, but lots of trades coming back. Rocky Road and Navorian will get 1, and Howie will get another. Only Nick Z left alive, and he'll go down as well. UNC very quickly taking care of round 3.
Yeah, really good pick there. Originally on Ninja Nas, just wasn't able to get any frags, but he was able to do enough damage in the round to secure it for the rest of his teammates. And obviously got some really good intel on that B push from the Duke team. And honestly only lost an MP9, so is able to buy an M4A1S this round. In a
Nick Z already going to hit a huge op shot through mid. Sneed will go down to Rocky Road on a long peek, it looks like, over from B. The trade early favors UNC, but now 2 more loss for each team, and we're stuck at 3 apiece.
Yeah, but the guns do look better on Duke with UNC playing with some leftover guns from last round, along with that M4A1S on Ninja Nas. We're going to have to see if these 2 AKs and the op are going to make a difference for Duke as they're trying to win their first round.
Dan Gugley looks to be stuck with the XM. Just as I say that, he'll get the M4, and he might get a pick onto Nick Z if he can get there fast enough. But it looks like Duke will get out of the way. Will they check behind them? No, Dan Gugley gets 1 and 2, and Howie with the other will give UNC the round win on the pinch back through.
Yeah, so that was a buy from Duke University, or Duke Varsity, and they are going to be reset back to square 0 and going to have to save. I say that, but it looks like they're going to do a little force buy here with a couple AKs, a Galil, and a Deagle. We're going to have to see where they try and take this, as this is going to be a pretty essential round, because if they lose this, they're going to have absolutely 0 money in the bank.
Absolutely. You're riding that loss bonus if you're Duke. Ovorion will get 1 with the op early, and that's UNC up a player. Duke has bought fully into this round, and it is already looking bad for them.
Yeah, that is one of the 3 AKs that they force bought this round. Really unfortunate to lose it so early, as now they are looking to go for more of an A push, as they did lose that one person, B.
Ovorion finds another one in mid. He'll get traded, and Sneed comes through with the Deagle only, and he'll take down 2. Howie's able to get him, and we'll throw the nade over the top to try to do a little bit more damage. That's a good chunk there. UNC only up a player, though, after looking early, and Nick Z is going to find Howie. A site belongs to Duke. As I say that, Ninja Nas is able to find Lloyd, and it's all going to come down to Nick Z again. He was the last player left alive last round to try to get the plant, and he wants to play forward. Rocky Road finds him.
Really unfortunate there for Duke. They got the picks to secure site, but left bomb in second mid. And so weren't able to get a plant down, which means less money for them, and they're sitting at very little. And as I say that again, it looks like they may have a force buy here, another AK with some nades. But that's only on Sneed, who has been performing pretty well. The rest are just going to save for right now.
Looks like it. Duke a little bit struggling. That bomb gets left behind, and it means Nick Z has to play for the fight instead of the plant, and that costs him his life in the last round. And a little bit of a tech pause here as we wait to get back in, but UNC rolling early.
Yeah, 5 rounds up already, and sitting pretty well on eco as well. Has the guns to show for it and the kills as well.
Absolutely. Ninja Nos and Rocky Road so far the standouts for Carolina. Duke, on the other hand, only really Sneed, who gets 2 in that last round. He's able to lead his team with 3, but unfortunately Duke not likely to be doing much, especially with one player still on 0 kills in 5 rounds.
Yeah, but this map is a pretty CT-sided map, so we may be able to see it maybe kind of switch once the teams get around to the other sides. And
looks like we have a full restart here.
I'm not sure what's happening with that.
We will wait to see what is going on, but at least as it appears, we are going to be starting all the way over from 0 to 0. See if things get sorted any differently on the server, but until then, we will take it like a full restart where we get to watch the whole game, and that's going to mean Duke starting on the T side here and UNC starting on the CT. Up banana. Duke comes, and Lloyd will find 1 early. That's Dan Gugley goes down. Ninja Nos, though, on the other hand, with the headshot, will find 2 more headshots. Give Duke a 1-man advantage, and Rocky Road leaves only Howie alive.
Looks like the rounds we saw were just a warm-up for Duke, as they're looking like they're going to take this first pistol round, and they are. And this reset may be in Duke's favor, because this is the first round we have seen them win today.
Certainly didn't hurt their chances ever. But Duke now going to be taking the lead as we get into the match proper. So sorry for any confusion that we caused you, but we were about in the same boat.
Yeah, now we're going to see Duke get their first buy. And we are going to see a couple force buys from UNC as well. A couple of MP9s and a Swag 7 to go along with it. As it's looking like it might be a banana push from Duke with their newly bought guns.
Sneed from Corporate already taking a good chunk of damage. Lots of utility UNC's using to try to deny this push. And Ishtar around the corner, and Ninja Nos will take him down. But Lloyd comes back, and he'll get 2. Rocky Road goes down as well. And that is a huge foot in the door for UNC. Or for Duke, rather, as Lloyd takes down another. That's his 3rd so far this round. Avorion's going to have to rotate in, and only a pistol for him to wield. That smoke in his way as Howie's going to start making his way up. Spray through, does a little bit of damage to Gilbert, and Avorion now the only player left alive. As Howie gets taken down by Lloyd, who's got 4 in the round. The ace on deck for him if he's able to find Avorion, and he's in the right spot for it. Give him the ace! Duke wins, and by that I mostly mean Lloyd from Executives. He takes all 5.
Yeah, really good round by Lloyd to secure the ace and the round for his team. And now that's going to be AKs plus the Galil save from last round. And UNC's force buy does not pay off. They're sitting not so pretty right now. And honestly, Duke coming out, they know what they had to do from those first 5 rounds that we saw in the warm-up, I guess. Now it's Duke pulling ahead with a 2-0 lead.
And Nos, what a headshot with the Deagle there through Banana, but Gilbert trades back with another one onto Rocky Road. And Howie around the corner, these Deagles proving very effective so far for UNC, who have a player advantage despite only wielding pistols, and Howie will grab the Galil.
Very effective and very deadly with those Deagles. So does look like Duke is going to be pushing up Banana and trying to take the side, but it's going to be Dan Gugley and Ninja Nos with the pistols.
Dan Gugley finds one through the smoke, and Ninja Nos as well from the back of sight. That leaves Ishtar, the only player alive, and he's got 3 to find as these smokes are about to expire. He does have the bomb, so the plant is an option for him, but there's one. Avorion goes down, able to find Dan Gugley, but Howie comes back through with the Galil and saves disaster for Carolina.
Yeah, really good job from UNC to pressure there. All three on Ishtar at the same time. And UNC is able to get their first round. Plus, they save an AK, so that's a really good pickup, and they're able to do a full buy this round. No op, but
Who needs
M4s all around. And it looks like with Duke losing enough players in the previous rounds, they aren't going to have enough money saved up this round to actually get a buy, even though they have two rounds in their belt.
Yeah, it's tough scenes for Duke. They haven't been able to keep enough players alive as they've been rolling, like you said, and that leaves them with only pistols. Up, not necessarily in need for UNC, only facing pistols. Rocky Road gets one through Banana, able to find another with the M4A1S, and Ninja Nos is going to now swing out, but he won't get taken down somehow. Gilbert's able to find Rocky Road, though, in the disaster in Banana, but he'll be the only player left alive, and he's got everybody closing in around him, and only a pistol. He'll do a little bit of damage to Dan Gugley, but that kill will go UNC's way.
Yeah, so now we have a 2-2 tied situation here, but obviously the guns and the momentum in favor of UNC now, as we're going to have to see if Duke is going to try and force buy here. And it looks like they are, even going the extra distance to buy an op this round. Going to see, I think we saw a couple of good op shots in the previous 5-round warm-up that kind of paid off. Going to see if he's going to get it here. It's going to be looking like mid's going to be smoked, so it's not going to be a clear shot for Gilbert.
Vorion, on the other hand, able to find a headshot onto Ishtar from very long range up in apartments. That's a great early pick for UNC. Sets their defense up for success, especially against a buy here from Duke. Nick Z has made his way up Banana, and it looks like most of the rest of Duke has followed, aside from who is that left behind? Looks like Sneed to play over towards A in the lurk. He's going to come around the corner right into Howie, but the smoke, a little bit of house between him and Howie. No engagement just yet.
We do have two pushing up Banana pretty far, but we're going to have Ninja Nos and Rocky Road both waiting there with angles ready for the take. They're going to have to watch for We're going to have to clear Rocky Road from that CT side.
And we saw UNC play this high angle in the practice rounds. We'll see if they do it again, and we'll see if Duke learns to clear it, and they do not. Nick Z already finds one, and Dan Gugley ready for the trade onto Lloyd. That's 2 easy kills for Carolina on site. And that leaves Gilbert and Sneed. Sneed left on the lurk, and he's not even looking. Gilbert with the ops, able to get one and almost had another. Would have been a crazy shot. A little bit too close for comfort, and Ninja Nos, despite the flash, will take the round for UNC.
Yeah, really good job by UNC securing the early pick there and then just using that lead to play safe and play into the hands of Duke. And now they have the op on the UNC side, and with that force by last round, Duke is not going to have enough money to buy anything other than 2 Deagles.
Absolutely. They're aggressive Deagles from Sneed and Lloyd, but Duke's lost the last 3 in a row, and they need to make something happen. This pistol is going to be a big ask, but if they're able to do something here, the momentum will swing thoroughly back in their direction. Of Orion going to be wielding the op that UNC picked up from Duke, watching mid, but no engagements just yet. As I say that, Lloyd takes a good chunk of damage, and Orion with a no-scope able to find Nick. Lloyd does get found by the nade from Dan Gugley in the end of it, so only 3 players left alive for Duke. Sneed with the Deagles made his way almost all the way up apartments and out. It's going to be on Howie to try to catch him, and Howie will find him. A little bit of door frame action from Howie will take down Sneed with a headshot, and that leaves only Gilbert and Ishtar left alive for Duke. And make that just Gilbert as Ishtar through the wall, and the headshot, and Ninja Nos will hunt down the remaining Duke player. Carolina with the perfect round.
Yeah, you see the gun advantage there being utilized by UNC, holding angles and optimizing what they can do with those guns against those pistols from Duke. And now Duke's going to be buying those AKs, maybe buying an op on Nick Z. We're going to see if that's going to be an option. It's not. It's going to be the COD gun instead. You're going to see if that's going to make a difference in this round as Duke is trying to turn it around, and it's going to be looking like a B push.
Vorion comes out aggressively with the op, and a great nade over the top does a good chunk of damage to most of Duke. They've been stacking up in Banana every single round, and UNC seems to be learning. Nick Z looks away at the wrong time, and Ninja Nos gets the easiest kill of his life as Duke's going to have to reevaluate. UNC also, they've learned that Duke wants to push up Banana. They've stacked 3 over to site rather than the normal 2. Not that they've needed anybody else, but as somebody on top of that garden trellis. But Rocky Road's going to get flashed out, not going to spot anybody. Somehow Lloyd going to stay hidden on the other side of these barrels. He's going to clear up top, but Orion going to find Sneed, and that's going to make it even tougher for Duke to get in here. These rifles have not been paying off. Duke hasn't even fired them, it feels like.
Yeah, Duke is getting really outplayed by UNC here. We see Avorion just reading what's going to happen in these rounds, and UNC playing really well together.
Dan Gugley gets another 3 to end the round off the back of the flash. The double swing from him and Rocky Road will give UNC a 5th round in a row, and Carolina's starting to run away with it.
Yeah, we see the 5 rounds that UNC had previously. They have now gotten back despite Duke taking the first 2. And again, using that money to buy AKs and the COD gun last round, Duke is not going to have the eco saved up to buy anything other than Deagles, some armor, and a Tech 9. Going to see if they can make it happen. Obviously, we saw UNC do really well with the Deagles, but already Lloyd is getting brought down with the nade spam.
Rocky Road gets found as well, and Avorion with a long shot through mid. He'll get a second one as well. Charles, duck, hide your head. Good God. Sneed, the only player left alive, and one Deagle shot into the body of Avorion does not deny him the headshot anyways, and UNC rolls.
Really good plays by Avorion there. Obviously taking full advantage of his long-distance sniper, which is paired up against some pistols. I don't know what Duke was thinking there, but pistols are not the best long-range weapon to go against an AWP on Avorion.
Absolutely. Charles Gilbert now going to get his own op, so a little bit of a challenge now from Duke. They'll get their buy. Sneed's already taking a ton of damage over in Banana. Lots of nades going through there, and Sneed's just getting chunked down continually. Dan Gugley knocked a little bit back, and this is the first time we've seen Duke really gather up for an A-site hit when they haven't been wielding pistols.
Yeah, we're going to see if they can execute this well, as we do now have a 3 back towards A. Avorion playing this app. I think he's just reading Duke very well. We saw he played Banana when they were going Banana, playing mid when they were trying to go mid, and are now playing apps when they're trying to go apps. So really good reads by him. It does look like they're going to actually rotate one towards B bomb site to see if anyone's pushing Banana, leaving only 2 on A site, but we're going to have to see if that's going to matter, as Howie is in pretty good position to take advantage of this situation. Going to see if they clear him out of there.
Avorion with the op just barely misses the shot and somehow manages to live 15 HP on the return from Gilbert, but Howie not checked in the top. He'll find 2 and not even able to be traded. Ninja Nas comes through and helps him out. Nick Z, the only player left alive. And in a round where the biggest opening existed for Duke that we've seen so far, on the other hand, Nick Z, he's not done yet. Reload at the wrong time, and Howie comes back in, and Duke gets a little bit of a foothold, but not enough purchase to convert the round. Too little, too late from Ishtar. Yeah,
we do see Duke getting a couple kills there, but honestly, it doesn't really matter when we see that more than enough of the UNC team has over $10,000 in the bank, and so it's going to be another full buy from UNC as they are able to secure another win. Though on the other hand, it is enough kills and enough progress for Duke to be able to do another buy. They have another op on the side of Nick Z.
What a shot from Sneed down Banana as he is blinded Avorion with the AWP challenge. Not even sure he was ready for his head gets blown off. That's going to be a little bit of a foothold for Duke, especially considering UNC has been so dominant and had such a chokehold on this Banana area. Sneed, he's made his way up, waiting for his team now, flashed out. Not able to get Rocky Road, is going to play into the sandbag, and Dan Gugley's going to come through with the trade to support. Rocky Road will get one. Lloyd able to trade onto Dan Gugley, but Rocky Road will stabilize, and UNC going to end up a player now. Nick Z, he's brought the op up Banana. He's holding this angle. It doesn't look like Rocky Road's going to be able to get out anytime soon, but he doesn't need to. The flash is great. And Ishtar and Nick Z, they're going to leave sight. It's going to be an A rotation here late in the round.
It's going to be an A rotation, but Howie, for the time being, is the only one on A site. He is going to be
in this pit area. Looks like he might have just dodged Nick Z, but wow, what a shot. Did not dodge the initial viewpoint, and Duke, they're going to get a chance here for a 3rd round as the bomb will go down, and they've got even players and a weapon advantage. Nick Z going to be watching over into CT spawn, but nobody there. It's going to be Ninja Nas. He's making his way up. announcing his presence just a touch with an aid. Nick Z with the op. The crossfire, Nick Z doesn't need it. And Ishtar, he's got Rocky Road in the back of his head pointed to him. And Duke will win a third round. It's been a minute since we've seen that.
Yeah, it is a win round, but the only downside is that they do lose 4 players on a pretty important bye round. So even though they did win the round, their eco is still looking pretty rough. A couple Galils. The good side is that they do save the off, and so they are going to still have that, but it is looking pretty rough for them. On the side of UNC, they do lose the round, but they still have the eco to maintain their buys. I'm going to have to see if Duke is going to be able to start chipping away at that eco that has been saved up for UNC for so long.
UNC, they won 7 rounds in a row. They didn't have to buy guns for so long. Howie still got over 10K. It's going to be a big ask from Duke to start making a dent, but they're trying as Rocky Road will go down. Sneed makes his way in, but Avorion finds one in mid. Ninja Nos with the trade over on Banana means that UNC comes out up a player and with site control. Duke still gathering up for a Banana push, though. Ishtar and Gilbert ready as Lloyd also prepares. He's got the bomb as well. Gilbert now going to come join them, but Ninja Nos finds Ishtar with a headshot, and he'll find Lloyd as well from Coffin. It's going to be all on Gilbert. How strong is the AWP? Can he find 4? He's got to find 1 to start with, and he keeps missing on Dan Gugley, who finds the headshot, and UNC gets to 8.
Yeah, so really well played by UNC. They got their man advantage early on and played to that. And they had enough people that they could split to both sides, so they still had 2 on B and 2 on A. And at that time, Duke had to decide where they wanted to go. It was going to be a banana push, but UNC was set up and ready for them. Really unfortunate that Duke wasn't able to start stringing rounds together, and they got 1 round, but it doesn't look like they're going to get much more than that as they're back on pistols.
Absolutely not, and only pistols in hand, and it's already almost over. Rocky Road, Ninja Nos, and Avorion. Who else? All find one. Rocky Road finds another. Ninja Nos just runs down Ishtar. Duke, not a lot to do with the pistols, and UNC building a near insurmountable lead, at least for the rest of this half.
I really want to see Duke string some together just because I want to see UNC play from behind. We already saw them. We already saw them play the Deagles in the third round of the match, and do really well with that. But like they're saying in all chat, I think there is a point to be made about how much util damage has been going on for the side of UNC. They're getting some really good value out of their nades, out of their mollies, especially down this banana side.
Avorion takes a good chunk of damage from Loy, but Rocky Road there with the trade and the smoke re-up just in time to deny the push from Duke. The util in Banana has been incredible, but Gilbert through the smoke. Rocky Road just willingly walks into the hail of bullets, and that'll take him down. Duke will end up finding the trade, and Avorion now has to play back on site, and a rotation will come through from Ninja Nos. It's going to be 2 on A, 2 on B for UNC, and Duke's got to decide where they want to be. Looks like Gilbert going to be left alone over on Banana. And the bomb in the hands of Ishtar going to be joining Nick Z and Sneed up A.
Yeah, it's going to be whether how he can defend this push long enough. They do have 1 in CT. They have Dan Gugley waiting for intel to make his rotation. Looks like he's going to be playing towards A as well, as all of Duke is going to be pushed out here.
Sneed already finds 1. A headshot on Dan Gugley. Howie's left in the corner, and the rotation is going to have to come through as Gilbert jumps over top and finds him. Duke, very good chance to secure this round here. They've got a 2-player advantage, and the bomb has been planted. Only 40 seconds left to work with. And Ninja Nos spotted out Gilbert, but what a round he's had already. He's got 3. And Avorion, the only player left alive, 16 HP on the op. It might be too big of an ask. That win chance at the top shows 3%, and that feels generous. Avorion watching long, and he looks away from it right as Gilbert comes through. 4 for Gilbert in a round that Duke sorely needs to keep this competitive.
Yeah, really good there. And now you look at it, and Duke is only down 5 rounds. They obviously have the guns now to start stringing some together if they can pull this one off. And already an M249 on the side of Dan Gugley. Obviously, this is the last round of the half, so like I said.
Second to last, I think, actually, round 14.
Right, yep. So second to last here. So hopefully Duke, if they are able to string this one and the next one together, that will bring them pretty close to feeling pretty even to UNC.
Definitely wouldn't complain about 9-6 of Sneed with the up, with the headshot onto Avorion through mid. And just as we say it, Duke already with a one-player advantage. Down 3 rounds at the end of the half. Wouldn't be the end of the world, especially with how disastrous it started. As Duke is now going to make their way up Banana. They find a pick mid, but they don't want to head that way. Ninja Nas around the corner. He'll find one before he gets traded. Rocky Road will get one, but he'll get taken down as well. Lots of damage done to the Duke players that do survive, but they have to make their way onto site. Not that they know it. Site is completely empty, and UNC on the rotation might just have enough time because Duke has played this one so slowly. Ishtar and Nick Z, very low HP. Gilbert with a little bit more. Now they're going to throw all their utility. Duke waiting very long, and look at that little gap in the smoke for Dan Gugley. It's going to get re-upped, though. That's huge from Duke. Nick Z just barely living on 7 HP. Flash over the top. Dan Gugley isn't going to peek off of it, though. Spray through the smoke. Not finding anything, but Howie's found one. Howie wants to rotate in front of the Molly, and he'll get another, and the third. Howie claws back around for Carolina, and 10 rounds now for UNC as we head into the last round of the first half.
Yeah, really unfortunate how Duke plays slow there. They didn't know that site was open, allowed for the UNC time to set up, and Dan Gugley sprang through the smoke, gave a little bit of cover for Howie to play through that construction area, and pretty much just line up Duke's players and get some pretty nice kills there at the end to win it. What looked like a good round for Duke is going to go for UNC's favor.
Dan Gugley's already made his way up mid. He'll find 2 with the big boy gun. Howie helps out with 1 more, and Sneed, the only player left alive, and he's got the AWP. Don't lose this gunfight, son. He doesn't. But that's a lot of players coming, hopping around the corner, and that round will belong to Carolina. 11-4 the score after the end of the first half.
Yeah, really dominant performance from UNC, but obviously, like I said, this is a CT-sided map, so you're going to have to see if Duke is able to pull out the same performance as they switch sides, and they're going to be on this the defending side of this map now, and see what UNC can do with these Glocks on the side of the terrorists.
UNC going to be flipping over to the T side. Duke now playing on the CT. They've got their work cut out for them. It's a big mountain to climb, but at least they know what it looks like. Duke's got to win at least 11 to force overtime. And yes, Carolina's able to do it. That's still a big ask. Looks like UNC is going to be heading their way up Banana, and they're not waiting for anything. No slow plays from the Tar Heels. The Sneed takes a good chunk. Look at that aim punch as Howie will find Gilbert in back sight, and Sneed's knocked off the angle. He'll find 1, 2 now. Great headshots with the USP. That'll give a little bit of a chance here for Duke on the rotation, and Ninja Nas had a chance. Missing his shots. Nick Z now going to come back around the corner. Ninja Nas going to live, and the bomb planted, that time ticking away, and Duke's going to have to go real fast here. Nick Z knows it, but Ninja Nas will blow him up. Ishtar is able to find 1, and he'll get traded. Ninja Nas, Lloyd able to find 1. It's only Avorion. Got to play for time here, you think. Duke, not a lot of time left. That bomb starting to beep much, much faster, and Avorion just waits. Able to turn the corner at the right time, and Lloyd, he's going to try to find the kill, turns the wrong way. He'll take it, but not enough time to defuse the bomb. And UNC will win the pistol at the start of the second half.
Lloyd does save the armor, but that's about all they save from this round. As UNC does clearly win the pistol round and is going to get enough money to force a buy this round. Going to try and win 2 in a row, but it's going to be Duke as well forcing buys. They did get enough kills last round to buy some guns up, and it's going to look like some MP9s as well as a FAMAS on the Duke side.
UNC, they got most of their buy. Dan Gugley with the XM, he'll be wielding the shotgun. Only 1 full-powered rifle for UNC, but none in the hands of Duke. As everybody, that round ends a little bit messy. Only 1 player left alive, and not even the one who won the round. Nick Z, though, with a great headshot. That's Duke already finding 1 and a weapon upgrade. The AK sent forward, not sure why. Is Dan Gugley able to find 1 with the XM? Rocky Road gets found by Sneed, who finds Dan Gugley as well. Only 2 players left alive for UNC. Ninja Nas, though, he's got on sight, and he'll get the plant. Howie in mid will take down Lloyd as well. A good chunk of damage. What a headshot, though. Nick Z, as the plant might have been a little bit too soon here from UNC. The defuse very easy here from Duke. I'm not sure how he will even get to site in time. And Nick Z watching, he'll make sure of it. UNC get a little bit eager on the plant and not ready to defend is Howie. Duke will win the round off the back of losing the pistol.
Yeah, really good force buy from Duke. We're able to utilize what guns they had, get some early picks. Unfortunately, Avorion going down really early, losing that AK was really bad decision, as maybe he expected only pistols from the side of Duke. Loses that AK, and obviously we saw Nixie with that AK able to get a really good shot off and get a good pick.
Absolutely. UNC sends their best gun forward, and it works out wrong for him. Howie tries to run all the way through the Molotov, and there's just too much fire on the ground for him. He goes down for nothing. That's one early loss for UNC. Dan Gugley's rebought the shotgun, and he's made his way up mid. 2 Deagles in the hands of Ninja Nas and Rocky Road. That might be good in Banana. A little bit more space earned for Ninja Nas now that the fire has gone out. He'll get a weapon upgrade. The MAC-10 now. But it doesn't look like UNC want to stick around. They're headed over to A. Or at least Dan Gugley is with a shotgun over the top. Tries to find a little bit of damage, but not quite, and the smoke will go up, knocking him off the angle.
Yeah, doesn't get the head of Lloyd. Instead, gets a little bit of damage onto the floor, and is going to eventually go down as he tries to jump through the window down to Lloyd. And now it's a 3 versus 5 situation, looking like Duke may be able to clinch out this win.
CT-sided map, you said it yourself, and Duke's been showing out so far, even with the loss of the pistol, able to win the force buy off the back of it. UNC now, 40 seconds left, got to start making a move, and it looks like it's going to be over towards B. The Deagle for Rocky Road, he's looking the wrong way, and Sneed comes around the corner, will find the headshot, he'll get another before Avorion with the scout able to trade it, but it's just going to be him, and only 30 seconds left. Site could be cleared, though, if he's able to find Gilbert, but playing very patiently is this Duke team, and Gilbert takes the head of UNC, second round in a row, and Duke, I hate to say they're rolling, but considering how they looked on the first half, they look pretty good.
Yeah, they're definitely looking a lot better. They're able to hold sites very well and get those important early round picks to make it in their favor. And UNC just doesn't know how to play from this back foot. Now, after trying to force 2 rounds in a row, UNC is not looking good on their eco. Going back to those Deagles, we have seen them pull out some good Deagle kills previously. Going to see if they're going to make a difference here, as it's going to be looking like a mid-rush. Is Duke going to be ready?
And the flashes over the top are great. Duke not quite ready, but neither is UNC. Ninja Nas and Howie both able to find one. The pistols come up huge. It's going to be Ishtar to try to stop all these UNC players, but it looks like Carolina just running him down. Ishtar gets a chunk of damage taken. He'll find Rocky Road, but that's only a 1-player trade. And Howie with a little peek through the corner. It's going to be Sneed and Gilbert to try to stop the great round steal here from Carolina, what it would be with only the pistols. They run it down mid and find it. Gilbert able to find Dan Gugley on the trade, but Avorion able to find one back. Sneed the only player left alive, but he's put himself in a winnable round. 1v2. Wants to try to find Ninja Nas, but not able to do so as he takes a good chunk of damage. Got to clear Avorion first, but the Deagle and UNC steals one. The pistols are enough.
Avorion not being able to pick up a rifle from the dead corpses of the Duke team, but does have enough money himself to buy an AK. So all in all, it's going to be a very solid win for UNC, as they were able to plant the bomb. They were able to kill all of Duke's team and are looking pretty good with a bunch of AKs and an M4 in hand.
Lots of rifles. Duke not quite as lucky. 2 SMGs and 1 FAMAS. It's not going to be the most lopsided around the world we've seen. As I say that, Gilbert takes a good chunk of damage, and Sneed will go down on the spray from Ninja Nas. Avorion and Rocky Road each find one as well. 3 separate gunfights, and UNC wins the ball. Duke already down to just 2 players left, and Gilbert's in a tough spot. Flash over the top, not even going to net him a kill. Would have found one, but all of UNC, they throw their bodies in the way of the bullets, and Lloyd will go down to Avorion. UNC already at 14 rounds here.
1 round away from making it 1 round away from winning. All right, but with that last force buy from Duke, they're not going to be looking at good in terms of money. They're sitting on what will look like pistols and hope for going for the 15 of 15, hopefully, if they are able to get guns next round. That is at least what they're hoping for. We're going to have to see. Obviously, they could make a miracle play like UNC did with their own pistols and try and get some good pistol kills as they are all stacked here on B together.
Love the CT pyramids, love the pistol stacks, and we're going to see what this looks like as around the corner, Ishtar able to find Dan Gugly. Dan Gugly turns and finds them all, and now here comes Duke. Rocky Road able to find 2 on 2, 3 before Ishtar is able to take him down. That trade still favors UNC, as it looks like a one-player advantage. And Duke, they found 2 with pistols. That's pretty good, and they've got rifle upgrades. That's even more important, but they've got the bomb, and that's scary for UNC. They've got to find their way back in, but Ninja Nas and Avorion come back in, and the pinch is too much. UNC heads to match point.
It was looking almost good for Duke there for a second. They were able to get a couple gun upgrades, as well as the bomb was the first to go down. So it was looking like they could maybe defend a little bit, but it was a good play by UNC to pinch them from all angles and get those kills, as only 2 left on Duke weren't able to cover all angles and secure the win for the round.
Duke not able to do so. Their pistol stack ends up just wrong, as it looks like they've already lost too early. Duke not setting themselves up well. They've got to win this one and all the rest of them if they're able to pull off any sort of miracle here. And Ishtar, he'll go down. Not going to be in the best of shape, and it's all going to be on Sneed if Duke wants to keep this match alive in this best of 1. He's got to use the op, and he's got to find all 5. And Avorion says no. The headshot comes through, and in a perfect round that seems to summarize the map for Duke, or for UNC.
So it was a best-of-1 series against UNC and Duke. So UNC clinches out the win against Duke on Inferno. And next we're going to have another game. This time it's going to be NC State versus Duke. UNC getting a bye in some sense. They're going to take a little break. But next game is going to be NC State versus Duke. So obviously NC State's first game. How are you feeling?
Feeling great about it. Very much excited. I hail from NC State. I'm their caster. I've been following their CS team for almost a year now, so I'm excited to get to cast them here in a LAN with you. This NC State Duke matchup should be great. Before we get that, though, we are going to take a quick break. Don't you go anywhere. We will be right back with more Triangle Takedown Counter-Strike coming up here at UNC Chapel Hill.
like an ocean wave you catapulted around the sun to meet me at the other side and tell me that you found it fun. Swimming in the UV rays, you shouted like the sound of thunder booming through my stupid shades and shook all of the ground undone. I slipped into your beauty like a mudslide, and on my search I found nothing but upsides. Your arms extend like branches, and whenever we touch I feel the bark begin to soften up at all my sappy punchlines. Maybe that's the reason. You're my earth, you're the planet, you're the grass, the wind and tides, and now that you're gone I feel so out of place, and now that you're gone I'm just drifting through space, and now that you're gone I feel so out of place, and now that you're gone I'm just drifting through space. And when we split up like Pangea, I was hoping that we could reform a land bridge between our separate pieces of the earth before our disconnect began to breed a species that would hurt much more than carnivores, herbivores, recklessness, or urban swarm. Or maybe I could wash up on a certain shore, smiling past a long night of drinking and the lights above the island, watching lightning flash every time you open up your eyelids, gentle smirks exploding like a fire in the sky until you scared away the forest creatures sleeping in the trees, and they began to huddle next to me, weeping in the leaves. See, I watched you change the temperature, increasing the degrees until the warmth was just enough to let them nestle into peace. I never thought there'd be a problem that we couldn't solve when you control the weather's climate and the sea levels and all. But I suppose that when an earthquake splits the crust among the faults, I shouldn't act as if the damage wouldn't break up those involved. You were my earth, you were the planet, you were the grass, the wind and tides, and now that you're gone I feel so out of place, and now that you're gone I'm just drifting through space, and now that you're gone I feel so out of place, and now
Hold up, I'm beaming, yeah. When your bitch see me up on the stage, you know she screaming, yeah. She noticed it make her twitch and I ain't even motherfucking streaming, yeah. Excuse me, sir, please do not say things. Hold up, little bitch, I am speaking, yeah. They say it's odd that I get what I spend, cause I always break even, yeah. Really spent my whole entire mortgage in the morning, I broke even by the evening, When your life is better than your dreams, you gotta realize there's not a point in sleeping it, If you acted cool to me with intentions of using me, we never gon' speak again. Came clean, but I came clean. A fucking gatekeeper, I'ma hop over your secret fence. Y'all should've expected it, so because I'm the one that you would least expect. I'll get you redirected if you really wanna reconnect. I got the keys, no lease on the cheese. Every city from the east to west.
That bitch never takes the Lord's name up in vain.
So why she saying Jesus, yes?
Wait, she actually says that?
Hold up, I'm beaming, yeah. When your bitch see me up on the stage, you know she screaming, yeah. She noticed it make her twitch and I ain't even motherfucking streaming, yeah.
Excuse me, sir, please do not say things
Hold
like
up, little bitch, I am speaking, yeah. They say it's odd that I get what I spend, cause I always break even, yeah. Many me's and so many of them pull up in my Audi like a belly button, Often it's the confidence and compliments from all my friends. Again, it sounded like they trying to sell me something. I was fucking busy back when they said raw XD. Hit them with a bracket and a semicolon, kept it going. Now these bitches hot as shit like Eddie Snowden. I saw my climate changes when the monkey was getting global. Should've been careful up in the past. They look at me as if they don't stare enough on the past. They booking me like they ain't aware of what's gonna happen. A maniac press the stage and I tear it up and I dash. Hulk smash. I'm the Hulk, I got green as I got bigger. Age quickly, bitch, I'm already mean and I got bitter. Cut the head off of a rapper more easy than crop pics. Yeah, they mentioning my name, I ain't even been on Twitter. I'm beaming. When your bitch see me up on the stage, you know she screaming. Yeah, she noticed it make her twitch and I ain't even motherfucking streaming. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir, please do not say things
Hold up,
like
little bitch, I'm speaking. What? They say it's odd that I get what I spend, cause I always break even. Yeah.
I memorize the road signs, going to the south side, city lights along the way. Everything is alright, cause I can almost see face. Take me to the dark sky, underneath the starlight, sports car, wasted in the same bars, takes me back to Santa Fe. We were living like a new start, and with you I feel it every day. Don't need to check into the 5 stars, give me any hotel, stopping by the motorway. How'd you know me so well, but still got everything to say? The way you hold me, I wish time would go slowly. I know I'm not lonely when I'm with you. The way you hold me, I wish time would go slowly. I know I'm not lonely when I'm with you. All my nights are better with you.
Welcome back to Triangle Takedown, everybody. We have our next match coming up very soon. It's going to be NCSU versus Duke for this next matchup. I'm Camo Henry again, back with you, and I am again joined by my friend from NC State here. And we now have a new caster on the desk. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Howie. I play CSGO for UNC. I'm not a caster, but I'm here to have fun.
Yeah, so we just saw you play that last game, and obviously you have another game coming up against NC State after this game. But we are going to be hopping into the game very shortly, as it's on knife round right now. And the map is going to be Vertigo, a map I'm not very comfortable with, but I'm sure y'all are as more experienced CSGO casters and players. So it's going to be interesting to see thoughts. Obviously, NC State, do you have any thoughts on how they're going to perform on Vertigo?
Sure, yeah. So as NC State's resident Counter-Strike caster, I'm very excited to see Vertigo. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm surprised we got to Vertigo. I know NC State, they ban Mirage, they ban Ancient, and they want to ban Nuke. But it seems like Duke more than happy to play Vertigo. This Vertigo is a map that NC State pretty well practiced on. They play a lot as either their map pick or map 3. But I've heard that Duke's also very experienced on it as well, so it should be, I think, pretty close.
Yeah. I think when we were chatting a little bit earlier, Duke was talking about how they really like playing Vertigo and hoping it would come through in our map ban, so glad to see they get the chance to play it here.
Yeah, so obviously going to see what you missed out on, unfortunately, but obviously you did have that very good performance on Inferno. And so we are going into this first game here and first round with NC State on that terrorist side first off, and Duke on that counter-terrorist side. First round already underway.
Sneed finds 1, 2, 3 already. What a lineup from him. Mr. Myers only able to trade him back at the very end. Tao gets 1 with the headshot, so damage a little bit mitigated as Duke only a 1-player advantage, but an advantage nonetheless. Spraying through the smoke is Gilbert. Duke playing very far back on site. NC State got the plant, and they've rotated very far off. Tao's going to have to try to find something here to stop Duke from defusing this bomb, and Tao's able to find one. Mr. Myers getting pushed. He was able to get the USP. Tao's able to come in and help, but Nick Z's able to find one. Tao gets one. Can he get the last one? NC State's IGL with the aim. No! Nick Z able to find the kill. And looks
Should
like
have plenty of time, right? No?
maybe it'll be close. Should have enough time to defuse.
And it's going to be
Oh,
close.
he's got it, right?
It's going
And
to
he
be used.
.09 remaining. Nick
Oh my
Z
gosh.
uses all the clock to get the defusal and the pistol round win for Duke.
That was
Yeah.
insane.
Some really good, maybe some good plays along with some good luck right there as he does get it right in the nick of time. But that is going to be the first round and first pistol round going to Duke as they are able to scrounge up some buys, a couple MP9s as well as some M4 A1Ss. But NC State is also going to force a buy here with a couple SMGs along with Galils and some util as well. So it's going to be a good battle, and whoever loses this one is going to be down in the dumps in terms of money.
Duke went for that early peek and not able to find it, but Sneed through the flash able to find Tao, who got aggressive. Gilbert's able to take down one before he gets traded, and Mace is able to take down Sneed. In that old process, it ends up being even, but NC State will have site control, and Duke's got to make their way back in. Nick Z, who was able to win the last one with just .09 seconds remaining, he'll make his way back in, and on the flank, Lloyd gets taken down. That's Mace who finds one. It's going to be Nick Z and Ishtar, an M4 in the hands of Nick Z, the most powerful gun on the field. That smoke comes up, and it'll be huge, but there's a long way to go, and around that corner is very scary for Duke. The tap now going to come through from Ishtar, and Nick Z wants to challenge. He'll find one, and the stick not good enough. Tristan takes him down, and Mace finds Nick Z, and NC State able to win the second round after losing the pistol.
Yeah, that's huge for their economy, honestly. It's able to win the second round after losing the pistol. It's going to put Duke in a very tough spot here. Let's see if they want to force up or not. Looks like they are.
Got enough trades and won the first round. Looks like Duke's going to try it. They've got 3 Deagles and an MP9. NC State, on the other hand, 4 rifles, though, to work with. Tao, the only player. He's just going to be rocking the MAC-10. Nick Z, heavily blinded. He's just got the USP, so they're going to send him out ahead. But behind him, Tristan's able to take down Ishtar. Tao gets found by Charles with the Deagle. King is able to find one, though, and so NC State up a player, but no one checks Nick, but they kill him. The USP not enough. If Nixie has any other gun, that's 2 free kills for him, but Mace with the flick, and Mr. Myers wants to find one. King gets Gilbert, and it's all down to Sneed with the Deagle. On the peak, what a shot! Crisp from him, and Mr. Myers goes down, but he does have a long way to go if he wants to win this round for Duke.
Yeah, great game from Sneed so far. He had that 3K on the pistol round that State was actually able to come back from, but Nick was able to close out. Let's see if he can find anything else here.
Lots to fight through, but looking the wrong way, and that's just cleanup work for Tristan. NC State will take the lead by 1 now. Off the back of that second round win, that puts Duke with only pistols in round 3, and NC State cleans up.
Yeah, really good performance there by NC State. Obviously losing the pistol, but we're able to force it out and win the subsequent subsequent round right there. And now it is Duke on the full buy. No Deagles, no armor, just a Zeus on Sneed, and USPSs on everyone else.
Tristan already finds one. The head peek there scares him a little bit. Not able to find anybody, but 1 player advantage already for NC State. That win percentage chart at the top might be lying to you. There's still a lot that Duke can do, and these USPs have been looking good for him so far. Over the top, King taking a little bit of shots exchanged with Lloyd. As NC State still playing this one very slow. They've got a lot of A-site presence, though, but Gilbert able to take down Tao. Mace finds Lloyd, but a little bit of A-site pressure alleviated. I say that. King comes around the corner, and that A-site will belong to NC State.
Yeah, still 4 AKs on the side of NC State, and obviously Duke did get 1 kill, but wasn't able to secure the rifle from that kill, and so it's still USPSs on their 2 remaining. I should stand corrected. 1 remaining player, and Sneed with the USPS and the Zeus going to have to make a miracle happen here.
I'm praying for the Zeus kill.
Zeus kill would be thrilling here. He can do it. He wants it. He's sitting in the corner like he knows he's playing for the people.
Yeah.
This round all but over. Crossing I's and dotting T's. Sneed hopes to steal 1 more here, but it doesn't look like NC State going to give him the chance.
Yeah.
Unfortunate here.
Here he comes. Oh, he's too far.
Mace
though.
comes
He's
around the
too far.
corner. Too far for
Oh.
the Zeus, and Mace secures the round.
This is so sad.
Upsetting scenes here. Would have been thrilling to see a Zeus kill, and would have been awesome to be in the room on LAN for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost like Mace knew exactly what was happening and was ready for it. Played the angle really well and gets to the final kill to win the round. Obviously, with bomb ticking down, it wasn't much that could happen for Duke, but winning that round with getting 5 kills is really good for NC State, both economically and mentally as well, up 3-1 now.
Absolutely. NC State is set up in their default. Off the back of that round loss, Duke saved enough to buy the AWP in the hands of Nick Z, but it's already gone. Mr. Myers finds it, and he'll get another as he makes his way onto B's site, claiming the territory for NC State. Mace is able to find one as well, and it's been all Wolfpack, at least in this one. It's going to be on Charles and Sneed to come back in, and that's one from Charles there. Mace goes down, trying to peek around the corner. And Sneed gets taken down by King. The AK in mid, very strong, and it's all down to Gilbert. The only player left, he'll find King. That's one. Tristan for NC State has picked up the AWP in the process, though, and Tao, not sure he's going to get cleared if Gilbert has time. He doesn't even check backwards, and Tao is able to clean it up. NC State gets a 4th.
NC State is playing really well to their advantages. They're getting a couple picks early on and then pushing onto site. And also playing in good spots to clean up any flankers or rotators. And it's playing really well. Now they have the AWP on the hands of King. And Duke is forced to go back to those pistols that they've been playing with very recently.
King misses the shot in mid. No big deal. He lives, and Tao's able to find one over on A site. The default for NC State has been working out so far as Tao only takes a little bit of damage. Tristan, with an 8 in hand, somehow lives and gets the kill as Mr. Myers finds one, too. NC State already up 3 players in Sneed. He's only got 8 HP. Lloyd goes down, and it's all going to be Sneed. And that's just about it. The Deagle's not nearly enough against the Wolfpack.
Yeah, State taking care of business there. Kind of seems like State's default is working really well. They're just able to find the opening picks even without too much setup or too much support. So, yeah, things going well on the T side.
Absolutely. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. NC State going to be keeping rolling here. Duke's got to figure out a way to stop this Wolfpack default. Looks like they're going to stack a little bit more over towards A. That's 3 players that way this round to try to stop Tao from finding any picks on A ramp. It is going to leave potentially a weaker B side as Gilbert Charles takes a ton of damage. Nick Z going to be watching B. He's the only player left here. And NC State B default's got 2 players here. Tao takes a little bit of damage. Still a better health trade in his favor. As King's able to take down one with the op, but Charles will find King on the trade. The AWP out of commission now for the Wolfpack. And 2 more. Lloyd finds one and Nick Z finds another. And it's all going to be down to Tao and Mr. Myers. They've gotten a little bit of space on A's site, and they have to keep going forward.
Yeah, the timing here, I think the player is wrapping around the other side of ramp, so if he calls A clear, that's not actually going to be accurate information.
Could be devastating. Tao on this flank. He's checking all the way around, and I'm not sure anybody's going to be ready. Knife out, and Tao had the shot placement, too. Now Charles, he knows there's something fishy. He's going to come back in. Able to find Tao on the drop, and it's all going to be down to Mr. Myers, who has the bomb. Got to clear through. He's going to find one onto Gilbert, and he'll get the bomb down more than likely enough time. This is going to be a tough 1v2 for him, but not out of the question. And what a shot on the Lloyd. Crisp headshot from Mr. Myers makes it a 1v1, and Sneed's going to have to come up huge. He had a pretty big map for Duke, at least in terms of all their players, against Carolina, and Sneed's going to have to play this one carefully. No kit, so he's got the whole 10-second defuse timer, and that beep is starting to get ever faster, and he's rotating all the way around.
Yeah.
He wants to play into ramp.
Doesn't have the time.
And the timing's not right. He's not even going to find Mr. Myers. Mr. Myers can just wait for a tap. He'll get the kill, but Sneed, not enough time, and NC State wins another one.
Yeah, it looked like a good performance from Duke. They were able to get the kills, but Mr. Mime there cleaning up and getting the bomb down. Or not Mr. Mime, Mr. Myers. Oh, my goodness. Acting like a mime there, getting those mysterious kills, silent but deadly. Really good performance by NC State to clean it up and eventually win the round.
Yeah.
They did lose all their members and now are stuck with a Mag 10 because of it, but are still looking good with a 5-round advantage above Duke.
Lots of flashes. Tristan's going to make his way over the top, and in comes Tristan. He'll get taken down by Ishtar. The trade there ready for Maced. And Tao's going to come running in with the Mac 10. He'll do a good chunk of damage. The Molotov will come out as well. Looks like an A site execute for NC State. And Sneed gets found through the smoke.
Oh,
Mace
boy.
finds a great headshot, and Mr. Myers adds one as well. It's going to be down to Charles and Nick. Neither of them at full HP either. It's going to be tough scenes. Tao, a good chunk of damage taken. He lives on just 8 HP, it looks like. As Gilbert's going to be locked off. Got to find a way to get into sight. Tao happy to give his life away, but he doesn't need to. He'll find Gilbert and Nick Z, the only player left. Might want to save here. He'll find Tao. NC State happy to get the information, trade a little bit of health away for it. Nick Z, 18 HP. Might be his time to retreat.
Yeah, you say that, but it was a pretty hefty buy from Duke as they do eventually lose the round, and they really wanted to secure that win and turn the tide in their favor. Now they do have enough money to maybe force a buy here if they want to, as they are starting to rounds are slipping away from them. But it's looking like all they're gonna buy is MP9 and
Yeah, a bit of
some
a half buy.
pistols.
Not a lot of choices here for Duke, down 1-7, a similar scoreline that we saw in the UNC Duke match, as Duke's just going to run it down mid on their half-buy, and they'll find Maced early. King's there to trade, and Tao will come back in and get one, but he'll get taken down. NC State's going to flood onto site, but Duke's going to have some upgraded weapons to work with on their retake in what is now a 3v3.
Yeah, the thing about Vertigo is sometimes you can make these kind of crazy plays, and that really makes the mid-round very kind of tricky, but we see King getting the kill there. That should kind of make things a little bit easier for State.
Nick Z making his way up into the stairs. The bomb is planted on B. That beep's starting to get ever faster. And it's going to be, I think, too little too late for Duke unless they want to try to get some exit frags. Looking the wrong way. Somehow, Ishtar able to find the kill onto King, and Tristan goes down as well. NC State will likely win the round, but not after losing way more than they needed to.
Yeah.
No kits there on either Nixie or Ishtar. Makes it hard for them to retake it with so little time left on the bomb. They did play well for those exit frags. And honestly, on a half-buy, that was pretty good execution from Duke there. We're able to clinch out a couple good kills. And now we're able to full buy here along with the AWP on Nick Z. AKs for everyone on NC State. And this is going to be a real hard round for Duke. They're going to have to win this one to stand a chance. And obviously, getting that kill from Sneed is a really good start.
It's a great early pick there. Duke got to win this one to try to keep rolling forward. King's able to find one, though, so the trade now players even for both teams. Gilbert stuck in a bit of an awkward spot. He's facing a lot of utility pressure. Sitting in the corner looking at the wrong spot. And Tao jumps up and will find the headshot. NC State a one-player advantage, and Duke is very spread out. Ishtar, the only player left on A site. He's going to have to try to stop all of these NC State players, and he wants to do it from further back. He's going to rotate back, and Sneed is going to take the fight, and King on mid, and will get the kill. So that is an even trade now. We're looking at 3v3.
Yeah, we've seen Sneed win quite a few just like one-on-one aim duels against some of the State players, so we'll see if he can kind of be the difference maker here. Already 1-8 in this first half, and that's not where you want to be on the CT side, so Duke's going to have to really turn it around.
Absolutely. Would all start with a great round win here. Would set them up well for success. It would give them this round win as points, obviously. But Duke just playing for the retake. They'll let NC State get onto site. Lots of utility using Nick Z in heaven with the off. He's going to come through. Misses the shot, and he'll take a good chunk. He might go down here. Gotta live. Gotta use the op. If Duke wants to get back in, there's a lot of utility, and NC State set up very far back. Duke's going to have to commit a lot into this if they want to get the defuse. Looks like it might be on Sneed. He'll tap, and oh, what a shot from Tristan. There goes Ishtar. Sneed will get taken down. Nick Z able to find one. He's got to find two more, and he's only got 1 HP and not a lot of time left. Can't find the bomb. Now he'll tap it. He doesn't want to hold it, and he'll get taken down. Not enough from Duke.
Yeah. We've seen Nick pick up the op a few times now, but he's been going B, so State's been going pretty heavy A on some of their defaults, and he's not really able to be the difference maker that you want to see from your opper, right?
Absolutely. He's not finding the aggression to accept and then deny, and he's not able to find the retakes and peaks there. And in that last round, NC State up 9-1 here in this best of 1.
Duke does have enough money to rebuy most of their M4s that they lost last round, but obviously, again, if they lose this round, as they have been the past couple of rounds, it's not going to be looking good, as they are going to be on pennies to the dollar.
Nick Z already gets taken down. He only had the SMG, so not the biggest loss in the world. The rifle's all that remain for Duke. But NC State is summarily taking B side. Just as I say that, Gilbert's able to take down King, so that's 1. Tao, he's playing very far forward in this smoke. Gilbert's able to find another, though. That's 2. Mace will finally deny the menace. Tao flashed! Just barely saves those Duke players. Tao not able to find it. Mace will get 1, but it's all going to be down to Tristan, and the smoke coming up is going to set up the defuse. Tristan finds 1. Sneed playing through it, not able to find the kill. Tristan with the clutch. And NC State in a scary round there, able to clutch it out.
Seems like State's coming out on top on all these like scrappy situations. We saw the 1v3 earlier from Mr. Myers. Yeah, that's a round that you gotta. Like, I honestly thought the retake wasn't going to work at all for Duke, considering they were kind of locked out in a 5v4, but they really made it work for a bit there. But Tristan, huge play to clutch out the round.
Absolutely. Gilbert went huge, though, and here comes Duke. They're running through with pistols. Nick C's able to find 1, but King denies all 4 that come running into mid. Gilbert, the only player to get 1, and there goes Tao, an AK in his hands. Feels like little solace at this point where 3 NC State players live and get the bomb down. King will go down, though. Ace denied by Gilbert. This round very winnable for him, especially as he picks up the AK.
Yeah, let's not count him out just yet.
If anyone can do it, we saw from last game that Gilbert was pretty much the star player of the game for Duke.
NC State
back to back.
So far forward here. Gilbert had the right idea, but not quite enough execution. 1v2 is hard enough.
There was a world.
There was a world, and we nearly lived in it. Would have been thrilling. Duke not able to do it, though, and NC State, their T side has looked excellent.
Yeah, they have really looked dominant. UNC, I would say, last game against Duke showed a lot of good team synergy, but I think what we've seen from NC State here and why they're so dominant is just a lot of good duels and a lot of good gunfights. They're able to secure the kills, and while, especially on Vertigo, you might not necessarily see as much team synergy and execution of plans as much as on Inferno. NC State has been looking just as dominant as UNC in the previous game.
Sneed spotted out, does get 1 onto Mr. Myers and not quite able to find the next one, but he'll get blown up through the wall with a headshot. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's a Vertigo player if I've ever seen one.
King around the corner, Nick Z, he picked up the op and he's able to grab 1 there. So even trade now, Duke and NC State. The Wolfpack, not a lot of site control either, and still 1 player stuck over on B stairs. It's going to be a tough ask for NC State to get into sight here. Gilbert wants to deny it, but Mace is able to find it. Just a little bit of a spray through the catwalk there. And Tao and Mace, they'll likely have sight to themselves as Nick Z came in. The aggression from the op, and it is crushed. Ishtar going to be in a 1v3 to try to clutch.
Yeah, I feel like State could kind of sense that Duke was getting a little antsy there. They were kind of just holding for the pushes. A couple of easy kills to turn this into a 1v3 situation. Ishtar was going to be able to find.
Not much as Mace with the headshot takes him down. And we head into the penultimate round of the first half here on Vertigo. Only 2 rounds left, and NC State, their economy never looked better. They're going to buy themselves all the way through, even with a catastrophic loss here. Duke, hopefully enough loss bonus to buy themselves into next round if they're not able to pull this one through, but want to make this one as competitive as possible. Duke's got to take this round.
Yeah. It's got to start now if it's ever going to start.
Mr. Myers and King, lots of players for NC State working their way through mid as Gilbert's already found. Tao does get traded, though, by Sneed. What a shot! Lloyd somehow lives with a good chunk to him, and he's knocked off the angle. NC State flash in the corner doesn't hit him, but King does. And that'll be another find. Mace gets one. Sneed able to find two, though. It's evened up now. Sneed going to be in a bit of a tough spot trying to fight his way out. As Mr. Myers and Tristan hoping to get to 13 here. Sneed and Nick Z. Nick Z gets taken down by Mr. Myers, and so it's all going to be down to Sneed. He wants to come around the corner. He'll find one. Takes a lot of damage from it, but the bomb is down, and Tristan has to play into it. A lot of utility in his hands, lots of utility in Sneed's hands as well. But only 19 HP for Sneed. It's going to be a big ask here. Got to play this one carefully. Looks away from the flash and had the shot, but not able to pull it off. And Tristan just barely lives and will secure the round for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Tristan there surviving on 19 HP is going to crush the dreams of Duke. They are going to get a second chance at getting their second round here in this half. So that was looking very good for Duke there for a second, with Sneed getting a lot of important kills there in the round and getting bomb down, but just wasn't able to secure it in the end.
Not quite enough. Charles takes down two from behind the sandbag before he's traded. That's a great start for Duke.
Yeah.
Man advantage, not something we've seen the Blue Devils play with a lot this map so far. Sneed sitting in the corner. What a flash! Directly onto his feet, and Mace finds an easy kill there. We're even. King almost down, though, and Tristan doesn't have a lot of HP. Does Lloyd like to peek this? King backs up into him, but he lives on one! How does King not go down there as Tristan finds another one? That's a huge swing for NC State. That King's able to live, and he'll get another!
No.
The 1 HP nets him a kill and maced! What in the world?
Oh my, how did he not find that kill onto the planter?
How does King live on 1 HP? He exposes his whole back to Duke and just barely gets away with it. And the Wolfpack, what a first half.
Yeah, 14-1, super dominant scoreline.
Yeah, NC State showing how dominant they really are. Now, obviously, the one round that Duke was able to get was the pistol round. So maybe here with equal footing in terms of guns, Duke may be able to get their second round. Though I think the test is going to be whether they are able to turn that into a string of rounds eventually.
Absolutely. Aim punch, and King's able to find one. Nick Z will find Mr. Myers, and the dualies for Tristan do not work. Ishtar finds him, and Lloyd finds another. This pistol, like we said, very quickly going the way of Duke. Mace able to find one, though. That's a good pick onto Nick Z, and lots of damage to all the Duke players. Tao's got 100 HP. He might be able to make something happen here if he can take his 1v1s, and Mace has made his way back in. He'll find one. Tao gets blown up by Ishtar, and that round belongs to Duke. Another pistol goes the way of the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it looks like they're very confident and very good on their pistol rounds. Unfortunately, we are going to have to see. It looks like the NC State isn't going to have enough money to force out a buy. I say that, but it's going to be a half buy with an MP9 and some pistols, along with some util. But there's going to be a couple rifles and an SMG on the side of Duke, so it does look like they're going to be able to play a little better as Ishtar is able to pick up 3 there to start off the round. This might be their third round and their first rifle round victory, which is a big thing for Duke. And honestly, after this, they might be able to start stringing some together.
Absolutely. Might be a game of runs. Would be a ridiculous comeback if Duke was able to pull this one off. But not out of the question is this round mostly secured. Only pistols left for Tristan and Tao. NC State bought into this one, and Tao gets caught on the way out by the AK from Sneed. Tristan likely only trying to find a pick or two. This round will not belong to the Wolfpack, barring a catastrophe. And Tristan just trying to make something happen with the pistol here at the very end.
Spotted him.
Maybe not. Tristan saw him, but it doesn't look like Duke did. Looks like Tristan might find an exit frag if Duke elects to head this way off of the back of a clear call. Tristan's going to make his way in very slowly. Everybody from Duke starting to vacate as the time goes down. Tristan.
No kid.
No kit. Ninja defuse. He'll
Might as well
go for it. He's going to get found.
Yeah.
Nick Z denies it, but respect the attempt.
Respect.
At
Yeah.
least
Respect.
from
Respect.
Tristan. Gotta try it.
Almost, maybe would have had it if he had a kit and Nick Z wasn't there. But with 5 guys surviving from Duke, it is going to be a clean victory. And NC State, after buying a couple of pistols and util that round, are going to be left in shambles this round. Just some 5.7s and a couple flashes on their side.
Ramp push.
Sneed very quickly up and out. He gets through, but Gilbert's able to find one. Nick Z gets two. Lots of trades. It's a disaster that's already over. And it goes the way of Duke.
In the same place.
What a ridiculous round. NC State, with all their pistols, they run to A. Duke, with all their players, they run down A. And when the dust settles, Duke wins the round.
Yeah, so Duke is able to string together some victories here. So well-deserved and well-fought-for victories, and also well-needed victories as well, as NC State is getting closer and closer to victory. Duke is fighting back.
Mr. Myers and Mace, though, they swing into ramp, and they get all of them. Sneed's only able to take down Tao, but the A ramp rush does not work against the rifles, and NC State gets to match point.
Unfortunately, I might have caster cursed Duke right there. I was saying it, and as I said it, all 5 members fell so quickly.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to catch myself from a caster cursing them. But unfortunately, NC State is on their 15th round, and Duke now has what a mountain to climb, as Tristan is going to be able to find the first kill onto Nick Z.
Comes around the corner, almost able to take down Gilbert. Lots of damage done to him. Gilbert wisely electing to get rid of the bomb, leave it behind. Mace finds another. Duke's fighting for their CS lives here in this best of 1, and King finds another. 2v5, nobody on full HP, make it a 1v5. Lloyd would be a hero play for him to win this one. 26 HP and a dream.
He does have the COD gun, so if anyone is able to do it, it would be him with that COD gun.
Oh,
no! He's going to elect to take the easy road out of there, jumping off the map. Unfortunate to see, but it is going to be NC State winning that best of 1 on Vertigo against Duke, 16-4. Next, we're going to have the winners match, NC State versus UNC. So, how are you feeling after watching that performance from NC State?
That was pretty dominant from NC State. Not going to lie, they looked pretty good. I will say I think the score was a little bit more one-sided than maybe it could have been. A lot of clutches and close rounds that went State's way. Yep. But even so, man, super impressive from State. Looking forward to playing them later. And,
are you at all worried?
I wouldn't say I'm worried.
Do you think you have the bag?
Yeah. I feel good about my team. Let's just say that.
All right. We're looking forward to seeing that game in just a little bit. UNC versus NC State winners match, as both teams did defeat Duke in their best of 1s. So we are going to take a quick break to get ready for that next game. Get Howie over there in the arena to play his match. In the meantime, don't click out of that browser quite yet. We're going to be back with some more Triangle Takedown in just a little bit.
Nice.
soil computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triangle Takedown. We are here at UNC Chapel Hill. My name is Cutter, or APTR. I'm NC State's resident Counter-Strike caster, and I've been so lucky to given the opportunity to cast here. And joined on either side of me are two Duke players. Now that their day is over, we'll get to talk to them a little bit. Can you introduce yourselves, please? It's nice to have you guys on the desk.
I'm Nick.
I'm Henry. In-game, Charles from HR, the author that was doing his best.
Yeah, if you were watching before, you could tell we didn't have our best games, but you know we're a new team. We're still working some kinks out. We had a pretty fun and exciting match. Definitely was fun to compete against such good teams, but we're looking forward to watching them and see how they match up against each other.
Yeah, and a big thank you to UNC for hosting this. It's been great.
Absolutely major shout-outs. Lots of love from the Triangle for this Triangle Takedown. We are heading into, this is the last best of one for Counter-Strike, and it will be between NC State and UNC. We will see Overpass. So not sure how you guys feel about the map as players, but at the very least, as a caster and as someone who's watched a lot of NC State Counter-Strike, this is a map that they're very comfortable on, that they play a lot, and I think this should be a really good match between two high-quality teams.
Yeah,
Definitely a great map. Lots of potential for team play and util. I think it'll be a good game.
As we go into this match here, NC State will be starting on the CT side. It looks like UNC starting on the attack. NC State set up into their default here on this pistol. USP's already an A-site push starting to come through here for UNC. Around the corner, Dan Gugley with the Glock. Not able to find a kill. Tristan will find one. Woozy able to make the trade. Howie, who was just recently on the desk, has claimed a site for himself. Now he's playing. Bomb is going down on the other side of Dice, and NC State still 4 players left alive, but they will have to make their way back in.
4v4 retake, no kits in the round. Going to be really difficult to get this round. CTs are going to have a tough time. Then they need to get onto site and get the kills quickly. A lot of post-plant positions for...
Absolutely. What a shot from Woozy. He'll take down 2. King finds the head of 1, and Mace finds another. Might be a sneaky defuse here as Mace able to get 1. Body blocking now to try to give Tao the time, but Mace still find the shot. And NC State, what a retake, will win the first round.
Good shots from Mace to there. Great retake.
Great stuff all around from NC State. They lose 1 early, but able to retake are Tao and Mace on the rotation from B, and that'll give NC State the pistol win, something they were not able to do against you guys last match.
If nothing else, Duke was able to take both pistol rounds, but didn't pan out for us. Hopefully it'll pan out different for NC State after winning the pistol round.
We shall see. NC State, they're going to buy. UNC, they got the bomb down. They will force here. Looks like they'll get 1 AK and a bunch of rifles otherwise. NC State, mostly SMGs, so despite winning the round, a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of weaponry.
Yeah, it makes me think they're going to try something aggressive, which looks like they might be.
King and Mace very far forward, now up in Fountain. King around the corner. He'll get a little bit of damage onto Vorion with the spray, and he'll just barely get out with his life. Mr. Myers able to find Howie, and Tao gets gunned down by Dan Gugley. The trade is there from Naste, and Woozy finds him, so it's a 3v3. King now sitting in bathroom. He only has 28 HP left. He might be taking a lot of this aggression as UNC starts to gear up, but it looks like they're heading into long. Wolfpack have to get back and defend site as the Tar Heels gather up to make their way in.
I'm not sure how much King heard of this rotate towards long. He definitely hears it now, though.
He's going to have to try to find Avorion on the rotation. Avorion, I'm not sure is going to clear him, and King will find 1. Rocky Road's able to find Mr. Myers, but he'll get taken down. It's all going to be down to Tristan, and he has the FAMAS, so he's got an upgraded weapon, but Woozy denies it. And UNC able to win back the round after losing the pistol.
Yeah, I think what we see there is just the importance of getting that plant first round on T side. Even though they lost the round, they came away with arguably a better buy and were able to clutch up second round.
Absolutely great stuff. Economy management from UNC on point. NC State sent back to the drawing board. They're going to elect to play the hero rifle. King going to buy the armor and be given the M4. UNC, they're going to have plenty of rifles and SMGs to work with, and as it looks like they're headed out. Fast Monster over the top. It's going to be a tough task for NC State to try to stop them, and they're not even going to challenge it. Jumping around the side of Orion's going to get taken down. Mace and Tristan able to find 1, but Mr. Myers, Mace, Tao, and Tristan all go down. Woozy and Rocky Road each able to find 1, and King, the hero rifle, he got sent to A site alone, and there he will stay. This round is all but over.
Yeah, definitely correct to save here, given that he was dropped the M4 in the previous round. If they want any chance of buying next round, although a couple of players still on low money for them. Tao only on 1550. It's going to be interesting to see what they opt for in the next round.
Yeah, Maced on 400. It's going to be an interesting buy. I'd like to see what they're going to do.
King, though, has to save for this buy to be even remotely worthwhile, rather, for the Wolfpack. So sorry. And so King's going to do just that, sit in the corner of the bathroom. This bomb is going to explode, and UNC will take the lead here, round 3 on this best-of-1 on Overpass. It's a great monster rush here from UNC. The util over the top gets them into sight, and NC State doesn't challenge it early. The Wolfpack then just get run down by the superior firepower of UNC. NC State now, they're going to have to decide what to do, and it looks like they're going to try to force buy here. No, a half buy. So Pistols and King's Rifle still remains. UNC still 2 Galeals in hand with players that haven't died yet to buy their AKs. NC State might look to set this one up a little bit more aggressively. Nade does a good chunk to Wooziful there. But that's all it'll do, is NC State's now going to rotate, and Avorion's able to find Mr. Myers. Dan Gugley will get 1, get 2. What a shot onto Tristan as he goes down. Mace and King, the only players left alive early for NC State. And if they want to get anything out of this half-buy, they're going to have to find 1. And there's Mace. He gets Dan Gugley. But this bomb is likely going to go down in B, and this will be an impenetrable plant more than likely from UNC. Mace just stuck, waiting in connector, and King with the M4.
Smoked off Heaven. I don't know if they're going to go for this.
I don't think there's any way in for the round. It's a kid on King, but pretty unlikely that they're going to be able to get these frags in time.
King might want to try to find 1 as an exit frag. The only reason really to lurk around if you're not going to get to pushing, and that he is not. Start making his way forward. Wants to at least make sure UNC earns keeping all their weapons through the next round. And so King will keep them honest, but UNC not even headed this way. They will leave. And this round, another, belongs to the Tar Heels. The economy and Mace goes down as well. Insult to injury there by Howie. UNC able to win that one pretty easily there. Not a lot of fight put up by the Wolfpack, who gathered up mostly towards A. King now going to buy the AWP for NC State. Finally a rifle-on-rifle round that we will be seeing. Howie's still going to stick with the Galil, despite having the money otherwise. But it's going to be on King. We'll see what he can do with the AWP as he heads out towards Fountain. Doesn't look like there's going to be anybody there to meet him, though, as we are quickly heading into water here. For UNC, Dan Gugley gets taken down. Rocky Road's able to find 1, but Tristan will find 2. And NC State a 2-man advantage of Orion. He still wants to push. He's going to make his way out. Monster heavily flashed, but not able to find the kill is Tau. The flash was there, but Wooziful with the support. It's going to be Maced and Tristan to rotate back in from water. That's a great nade from Avorion. Good chunk done there to Tristan as King's going to have to fight through Heaven.
Yeah, massive double kill there from Tristan, but the flash isn't finding one. Avorion finds another one.
Mace goes down. We're now even in terms of players, and Wooziful's making his way up. He might be able to find the AWP of King in Heaven. Depends on how this timing works out. Wooziful, oh! King not even the wherewithal to look the right way, and the bomb in the hands of Wooziful and a full minute left, and Tristan goes down. That round looked good early for the Wolfpack, but UNC able to claw it back.
It's a brutal late round. UNC just slows it down, doesn't plant the bomb, and just looks for the kills. And Avorion finds nearly all of them, and that slow walk Heaven just absolutely devastating for the Opper.
Yeah, very aggressive play early. If you saw that smoke over in water going through it, and it didn't pay off, but they managed to clutch it up in the late round.
Absolutely. No AWP picked up by UNC, though, either by choice or by force. NC State, though, they're going to be stuck with pistols, so UNC, I'm sure, happy to have rifles compared. NC State almost all stacked up B, and it's not quite right this time, as Howie, the only player even on that half of the map. Mazed here waiting with pistols. The peak here, not going to find anything. So it looks like now NC State going to start a rotation over to A, and Kings is going to go for the long trip. As Howie waits in water, he might find his way up. Construction, Woozy finds King, the timing, and Wooziful gets taken down.
That was the bomb too. If King managed to find that kill, by some chance, there might have been some intrigue into this round, but as it stands right now,
Rocky Road, as the flash goes away, he gets another 2, and this one all but over as well. NC State.
It's a lot to ask from Myers 5'7" here.
Mr. Myers and Tristan, the only 2 players left. Mr. Myers stuck in the corner, able to do a good chunk to Rocky Road, but not able to find the kill. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. And Mr. Myers, I'm sure cursing that right now, is how he finds it in a perfect round for UNC, 5-1. NC State wins the pistol, but have not won anything since.
Sounds familiar.
Wolfpack, though, they'll have another bye, and that will include King's AWP. This last rifle-on-rifle round we saw, not the round previous, but the one before, was pretty close. Able to clutch it out was UNC, but a very, very close round at the end. Likely to see something similar is very quickly out Monster. Not quite. Headed water this way, and Tao is there ready to find one. Mr. Myers through the wall gets 2. Rocky Road only gets 1 before he's traded, and stop me when you've heard this one before. Ivorian and Woozaful, the 2 players left alive, working their way out Monster.
Feels like a repeat of that previous round.
The big difference, though, Ivorian and Woozaful do not have the bomb with them, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. NC State can group up pretty heavily in that water area and just guard the bomb.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a big ask of Ivorian and Woozaful.
We see a flank coming through from T-Spawn, I think. We'll see how this works out.
They might expect it, though. It could potentially give a kill over if UNC's aware, but it doesn't seem like they're ready for it.
She'll see Mace now slowly working his way up as Tristan finds Woozaful. It's all going to be Ivorian, and he's running away from the flank. 1v4 would be a heroic play to do it, and he's basically trapped. The save not really looking like a great option either. Try to find some kills on your way out if you can't win the round, Ivorian. He'll work his way slowly over to water. He knows that's where he needs to be. Just barely dodges the peek. Good timing from Ivorian. He'll make his way forward a little bit. Now he's spotted, and he's going to get closed in on quickly. NC State just occupying his time, spraying through the wood. And just the bomb waiting. And around the corner, Mr. Myers will come through and find the kill. NC State gets a much-needed second round.
Well, they've broken the curse. They've gotten more than just pistol rounds, so maybe there'll be much more for them.
Gotta hope you can roll it into more, but UNC, they built up a pretty sizable economy in that 5-round stretch, and this bye will include an AWP for Ivorian King. We haven't seen use his too much yet. Not a lot of opportunities, but he might get it here, as it looks like UNC headed up towards Fountain, where King is stationed.
Seemed like that short take was going much better for NC State, so UNC opting to go more towards A here. Still trapped behind the smoke, though. Gonna have to get through.
Ivorian trying to work his way in. Howie has again played himself into water. That boost over the top could be deadly. But Ivorian's going to make his way over the top. Lots of util being thrown. And Dan Gugley comes up through connector. It's a little bit of space gain for UNC, but not enough. Not any sight control yet. As NC State are very happy to play this round out pretty slowly. But King gets found by Ivorian. The op v op duel goes the way of Carolina. Ivorian now, he's going to play this one out fast. He wants to come out into long. Mates, though, will find the kill, and that trade is good, and he'll get another. NC State now up a player off 2 great kills from Maze. Tao, he will find Tao, though. So it's a 3v3. Dan Gugley has made his way up pretty aggressively as he's going to make his way in, but therefore the timing finds Mace, but Tristan with the trade. So a 2v2, and it looks like the B hit is coming. NC State got to rotate. Tristan has grabbed the AWP, and he might play into heaven. This could be a fast rotate from him. A good shot there onto Woozaful. Doesn't kill him, but a lot of damage done. And should set up Mr. Myers, who finds him. Howie, the only player left alive. Bomb planted. Kits in hand for Tristan and Mr. Myers. Only a 5-second defuse, but that timer is going away ever so quickly. Howie, the only player left alive. He's able to isolate his fights, and he'll kill both of them. Are you kidding me? What a shot from Howie.
Great shots from Howie. They're able to isolate the fights 1v1, but still just really good shooting from him in that 1v2 clutch.
Incredible scenes from him. NC State looks like they had control of that round after Mace was able to find the kill. Or those 2 kills, rather, in long. Howie says otherwise.
Looks like they're going for a force here. NC State, no op on King this round.
Definitely not going to be able to afford it as they group up heavily in connector. Trying to control this midway passage between the 2 halves of the map. Dan Gugley going to be the player to deny it. What a read. That Molotov.
Oh, maybe miss.
Not
I'm not
sure that's where
he might have a rude
wanted it.
awakening when he comes around this corner.
NC State definitely knows he's there, though. That information great for the Wolfpack. Here comes one nade in. Dan Gugley knows he's facing something. And that spray through won't find anyone, but Tristan in the back of sight of Orion. What a great headshot. Dan Gugley, he's given up connector. He doesn't want to fight it, and I don't blame him. It's going to be on the rest of NC State to come back in and try to retake on B. They've got weapons, and they all come out at the right time, and Wooziful, he turns the corner into 3 NC State players. Mace makes his way in. He'll kill one. And now he's going to rotate through to Monster with a little bit of space gain to Vorion, Rocky Road, and Howie. Now the bomb already planted, so NC State's got to go a little bit faster.
And we do see one UNC player looking towards Pawn, I guess.
Vorion able to find one. Now he's going to work through the smoke and work back in. Somehow dodged, and he's able to find both of them, and Howie comes back in for one as well. The timing for Vorion gives him an incredible opportunity, and he takes full advantage. NC State so far baffled by the UNC attack, particularly Vorion and Howie, who have come up big recently, but Wooziful, the player of the match so far, 10 kills for him in just that many rounds. As we'll see what NC State can do. They're stuck on a half buy here. Nade stack out towards Fountain, not going to find anything, and Rocky Road will blow off Tristan's head. Mace goes down as well, but King finds 2. Woozy is able to get 1, and Dan Gugley helps as well. King, who found 2 kills, he'll go down. And the round's over before it started. NC State on their half buy only finds 2.
Yeah, those players quickly up con, especially Wooziful. I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but he bought that MAC-10, maybe knowing or expecting them to be on a save there, and just coming up con really quickly, able to secure those players in the back.
Yeah, and that kill bonus that to his economy from those MAC-10 kills actually doing wonders for Wooziful as he buys ops, still has 5,800 in the bank.
Yeah, UNC players are just absolutely rich right now. And King going aggressive with this op, see if he can find the opening kill.
It's going to be King and Wooziful to take a fight with the AWPs against one another. King takes a good chunk there. Will live, and that's about all that matters as Vorion makes his way up behind.
Monster.
Trigger discipline, and it doesn't pay off. Mr. Myers able to find one. Vorion will still get the kill, and Tau will go down as NC State tried to take fast water control. UNC able to come out on top of it, but almost a disaster there from Vorion. Nearly avoided, and there's a headshot onto Tristan. What a shot from him. Vorion's been electric. Mace playing in the back of Orion. Looks like he's ready for it, and we'll find the kill. King a little too late with the AWP there, and it's going to be the 1v3. A big ask for the one remaining Wolfpack player, and NC State needs this round bad.
Yeah, Vorion's been getting a lot done on his B take just by himself, gaining so much space for UNC.
King not electing to push. Doesn't seem like it's in the cards. The op carried into next round would almost certainly be better than a round win, but he'll get neither. Rocky Road on the eventual flank takes down King.
Insult to injury at this point. UNC's bank just building. NC State going to have a tough decision here. Their money's not terrible, but probably not enough to go for a buy here. Yeah, they opt for another half. And their short takes have been so good, but Vorion has just been walking, or in some cases running out Monster and just taking so much real estate for himself.
Absolutely. Vorion so clearly the linchpin so far of this UNC attack. NC State, if they want to stop it, got to shut it down. They're going to play fast into connector again. 3 players that way. They leave King alone with the pistol to try to guard Fountain. And he'll spray through the smoke a little bit, but not going to find anything. As King will get taken down, Mace able to find Dan Gugley before he gets blown up in connector. And NC State now, they're going to have 2 players stuck in connector. Tau will go down to Howie as well, who made his way into sight. And this round already all UNC. Tristan there for the trade as Mr. Myers gets taken down, and he'll get the weapon upgrade. But feels like a little too late now that we're in a 1v3. Rocky Road, he's got the right idea. He's convinced himself it's the wrong angle, at least for now. And Tristan's just going to walk into it, but great kill there from Tristan. And the bomb's still not down. This round far from over. Now it is, and it's on A. Tristan has a long way to go.
And with no kit, I doubt he goes for this one.
Yeah.
No chance.
Seems happy to save the rifle for the next round, especially off the back of the half buy. And if you're UNC, happy to keep rolling. Who else would be alive at the end of this one but Wooziful and Vorion?
The dynamic duo.
The kills in that half buy round are really nice for NC State, but it almost feels like it's not really doing much with how big the banks are built up for UNC. If anything, that gun on Tristan though, that's what they really care about, with the money being low.
Absolutely. Economically, this round all but settled. UNC could lose out the rest of it and buy themselves through more than likely, as Wooziful will make sure of that point by not getting away from the bomb in time. But NC State now, thereby here, has to come up huge to try to salvage this first half. It's going to be the op in the hands of King and Wooziful. Wooziful won the trade last time, won the duel over towards Fountain. We'll see if he takes it again, and it looks like he wants to.
NC State's got about as much as they can ask for. Full guns, full util, but they need to make something happen here.
Great smoke there. King not going to be challenged. Not going to get any use out of the up, but at least not going to lose it. Avorion, his very quick play into B.
Here.
Denied by the Molotov. Howie able to find one onto Mr. Myers. The trade back is there, and it's good. And Tristan, 8 HP, goes down to the HE nade. What a shot, and Tau goes down to Dan Gugly. And NC State, 2-player disadvantage. Mace going to have to work his way back in from connector. He'll pick up a kit for his trouble, but Dan Gugly, what a shot from him. Just waits for the door to be opened. And it's all down to King. Only an AWP in his hands. And 4 players left alive. No kit, no time.
Ooh.
A kill, though, on a Rocky Road. That's a pretty good shot. A feather in the cap of King, but no more. As this round belongs to Carolina. Howie wants to run him down. King finds another. Carolina, not important that they save their guns. If they were able to get the kill, and they are. Disaster for King. UNC doesn't mind losing guns. They've got so much in the bank.
So much salt in the wound there, losing the up last second. He did everything he could, found 2 frags, making his way back up towards A, but just a fast flank again. It just feels so hard at this point. UNC doing a great job mixing themselves up on the T side, and especially with these just fast plays out Monster and out B have just been so deadly.
Absolutely. NC State going to have to adapt, and if you're UNC, here comes a lot of util. Not going to be a full commit to B.
Thought it was going to happen again, but it looks like they've thought better of it. Avorion again just running up.
He gets all the way through. NC State elects to take Long, and Wooziful guarding Long is able to find King. Long doesn't get anything, and lots of space gained for UNC because NC State's not able to defend A at all. 1 player for NC State abandoned all the way back in sight. Tristan's able to find Rocky Road, and Tau in the corner with the SMG will find one. Mr. Myers finds another. So NC State up 2 players.
It was looking like one of those rounds where UNC was just going to run away with it. Had the opening pick. Avorion pushed up all the way through party, but now NC State with a man advantage. 2-man advantage.
Orion coming around the corner. He's going to try to make something happen here, and he'll take down Mr. Myers. That's a pretty good kill for him. Wooziful, not sure he's going to clear Tau in the corner.
Great offense.
No, what an angle. And Tau wants another one, and he'll get it. He's on the hunt. Give him 3 in the round, and NC State wins a much-needed one.
Somehow it always comes down to Avorion and Wooziful. I don't know.
UNC relying on their 2 kill leaders, 15 for Wooziful, 13 for Avorion, and it has felt like it. But the last round of the first half coming up, money doesn't come with, no longer an object for either team, as they will spend it all. NC State trying to salvage what is left of this first half. Avorion very quickly out into Fountain. He's not going to find anything, and NC State's going to elect to play pretty heavy into Monster, but 2 found! Rocky Road and Howie, but the trade back from Mace through connector is huge! Dan Gugly's able to find King, but NC State avoids 2 free kills at the very least, so only a 1-player disadvantage. It's not good, but it's okay. Avorion and Dan Gugly got to decide where to go now. Wooziful with the AK. He's made his way into Playground. And NC State, what a great call from them. They feel the A hit is coming, and they are dead on. Mace and Tristan playing back in sight as UNC now getting set up for their execute.
Okay, UNC still has a lot of util in the round. Did not expend much early on that short take.
NC State wants to send Mace and Tristan out aggressively. Tristan at an odd angle. Not sure that UNC was at all ready for it. From behind, Dan Gugly gets both, though. And NC State, they gamble it all on trying to be able to play from bathroom, and Dan Gugly says no. What a first half. UNC has looked unstoppable here on T-side. Now we are going to flip, though. NC State going to head over to the attack. UNC going to head over to CT side as the Wolfpack down by quite a good number. At the swap of the halves, we've got a new caster, a replacement, a new joiner. If you want to introduce yourself while we get into this pistol, as Howie hits a great shot onto King.
Hi everyone, it's Nick Z, also on Duke, and also replacing here, Henry. Thanks for your work here, but taking over, so.
New casters, new faces, new voices, and hopefully if you're NC State, a new half means a new game. And wow, Mace gets popped! Bomb won't even get planted. What a shot there from Avorion. Tao gets destroyed as well. Woozaful, who else? Tristan in the corner, too many players, and Dan Gugley will get one. It's only Mr. Myers. He'll find 1, 2, 3. This is winnable for Mr. Myers. Only 10 HP.
All he has to do is stay passive here. Oh,
Almost finds Rocky Road. This would be huge. Oh, Mr. Myers, almost the 1v5 pistol ace clutch, but not quite.
yeah, that would have been huge for NC State. That would have really brought them back into this game.
Absolutely, and what a momentum swing more than anything. If you think about the mental, being able to come back from a round like that means you can probably come back from a scoreline like this.
Interesting to see here, NC State going in for a full buy. Not much on the util side, but we got a lot of pistols, so we'll have to see how this plays out.
NC State, they feel the pressure of the scoreline. They need to get something going early, and it's going to try to be off the back of this. And oh, Woozaful from the top ropes finds one. Mace will take down Howie, though, who tried to pinch in from connector, so that's 1. NC State and UNC, they trade. NC State a little bit more happy with a trade. Their guns don't mean as much. UNC, they're starting to work their way forward. Head peek. Tristan not able to find the shot, and Rocky Road's going to come around the corner with the FAMAS. He'll find 1, but Tristan again there for the trade. NC State trading 1 for 1, but you need to do it when you get the kills first if you're going to win a round.
NC State will be happy with that. Trade out the SMG for the low HP player on their side. Now they'll walk into the... Oh.
Dan Gugley with a shotgun. He's played his way into a great position to use it. Flash over the back of Dan Gugley, but no peek there as NC State looks like they're going to start rotating over to A. Tao with the deagle, tried to spot out 1 in Dice. He'll leave the bomb behind as he makes his way in. He's just running through. Not at all prepared as Avorion, who will live, though, with the scout. As Tristan comes up to clean up, and King will get another. Woozaful goes down, and it's all going to be down to Dan Gugley. NC State bought heavily into this round, a force buy where none of them had rifles, and they've been looking good on it so far.
Looks like it's definitely paid off here, and hopefully they'll take them and get them back into this game.
And knowing Avorion's on the scout, they just rush up and kill him. Oh, Dan Gugley,
Dan Gugley made his way in. Shotgun finds 1, but only 1. And Tao shuts it down. NC State drop the pistol, but win the follow-up, like we saw, actually, on the first half of this map.
Yeah, painful memories. Painful memories.
NC State now, they're going to have a pretty decent buy. They'll have almost all rifles. Still the scout that Tao's carrying over. UNC, though, worse for wear. Only pistols, and Dan Gugley gets an SMG.
They definitely have a lot of rounds to play with. They can play it safe. They don't really need to put too much in this round, but, you know, can't be too careful.
Absolutely. UNC electing to play it slowly. Tao takes a little bit of damage, and Rocky Road takes a little bit more. The exchange, though, leaves both players alive. Rocky Road, though, worse for wear, only 5 HP. And Avorion's able to find Mace. The trade is there, and Tristan gets another. He lives on 6 HP.
Yeah, again, the weaponry, not good for UNC. Almost finds the kill. Tristan on 6 HP. Player outside Condor.
Dan Gugley, he's able to get in there. Just stunned at the end. Mr. Myers finds Woozaful.
NC State looking good, but not much space, and bomb and spawn could get dicey. Dan Gugley on full HP with an armored AK.
Flashing his way back into B where his teammate resides, and NC State A site will likely be theirs. I assume UNC, it looks like they've decided to group up over towards B, play for the retake. While I say that, Rocky Road's making his way up connector. Might find Mr. Myers, but he's watching. And that's a great kill from NC State. This 3v1 a lot more comfortable than a 3v2, but Dan Gugley, he's going to work his way up from the flank. I'm not sure NC State's ready for this.
Con could deny the plant. Oh, the smoke.
The smoke there, huge from NC State. That'll prevent Dan Gugley from finding anything early, and the bomb will go down. NC State will have the chance to reset. Mr. Myers not looking the right way. Knife out, runs into Dan Gugley. And a 1v2, very winnable for him. Tao wielding the Scout and King with the M4. Dan Gugley spots 1 out. Not a lot of time left, and no kit means he's got to get these kills sooner rather than later. And a little pot shot there. He'll tap, and King will find the kill.
I was a little nervous there for UNC. They actually almost had that in the bag, but, you know, great post plants, playing easy, you know, making sure that they take the right shots.
NC State, that smoke that gets set behind, huge to prevent Dan Gugley from finding any kills or taking out the bomb carrier. And from then on, the time just ticks down too fast for the Tar Heels to secure that round. NC State, they're at 5 now. It's not so many compared to the 13, but it's better than 3.
Yeah, virtually full save here for UNC. The biggest thing for NC State is making this round clean, try not to lose too many bodies, especially with those AKs.
Yeah, their money looking pretty low on a couple of these players here, so it's going to make sure that we have to play it very safe and very controlled.
Can't let the pistols get away from you. Can't let the confidence.
Looks like almost a full B stack here from UNC. We'll see if someone for NC State challenges this A space, but if they walk into this, could get dicey.
The pistol pyramids, UNC have all stacked up in one spot. And oh, Avorion, he's got to get out of there. Might have been able to survive. It doesn't look like he was being damaged too fast, but that's some great utility. But NC State is definitely gearing up for B, and UNC, what a call from them.
Yeah, knowing they got the info that there was a player towards A, but now they might think that A is the one that's stacked, so now they're heading towards B. Although Tau taking a lot of space, divider for Avorion.
He just gets past Avorion. I'm not sure Avorion's even going to check over this way towards site.
They pass right by each other.
Could be bad info, but I doubt Avorion's going to be able to get more than one with that 5-7, even though his position's
this is
unknown.
interesting.
Tau's going to
he
rotate
wraps
for
all
the
way
pinch
to
onto
B.
B, and Avorion's going to have no idea. And this could be huge. NC State now, only 40 seconds left, and in comes a little bit of util, but it's going to be on Tau. As the back of the util, it's going to be all him. No, he whips! Oh, Tau!
Oh, you can't do that.
IGLs can't aim.
Oh, what?
Avorion.
Avorion now will turn the corner, but King will still find the kill. What is happening?
Blunder.
Ridiculous.
Mace is able to find Howie. Dan Gugley's going to try to fight back in. Wooziful and him will find one, but Mr. Myers takes down Rocky Road. Wooziful will get the scout, and Dan Gugley's got an upgraded pistol. King goes down, 2v2. Wooziful, a good chunk of damage to Tristan.
Oh, no.
Dan Gugley gets 2! And that round goes the way of UNC. How does it happen?
That's heartbreaking. Tau saw too many players on his plate,
Oh
and
my
only
God.
the Deagle. Oh.
Analysis paralysis for NC State's IGL as Tau had them all lined up and got none of them. Can only imagine how that feels and sounds in the arena.
Yeah, as a player, if that happened to me, oh.
That'd be rough.
One of the worst feelings. I mean, I have had stuff like that happen. I mean, I think everyone has, but at a time like that where you're down and you feel like the momentum starting to swing in your favor, and then you have the round on a silver platter and let it slip, it's very tough.
NC State, they'll still have their buy, and they're playing fast out monster. Dan Gugley, what a great flash. Both teams heavily flash. It's a disaster. It ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. Wooziful, wall blinded, gets one. Tau's able to get another, but Wooziful will trade back. Tristan's able to find one, so it'll all come down to Howie, but both players for NC State damage. Tau almost dead. Swings on the planter and gets both! Howie, what was that?
Back-to-back heartbreaks.
Oh my God, NC State, they get the player advantage again, and again it's too little too late.
That's got to be heartbreaking. 2 rounds in a row where you feel like you have the advantage and to go into it and then not get it out in the end, that's got to be rough.
And the money for the T side. I don't think they even got the bomb plant that last round, even though they were trying to stick it with that player coming up short.
I think they might have gotten the bomb down just barely, but the economy definitely still in shambles.
Okay,
Only one Galil, SMGs and Deagles, and everything an option for UNC, including, looks like a big boy gun in Dan Gugley's hands. He wants to get a little spicy with it.
Ooh. Yeah, we definitely had the M249 coming out at the end of our last game, and so...
Howie up in Fountain. He finds one with Wooziful. Wooziful finds the second. King's able to trade on to Howie, but Mace is almost down. NC State match life on the line, and King goes down. It's only Mr. Myers with the Deagle. 1v4! Flashed, and that's it! UNC destroys NC State on overpass. So UNC, the real winners of the event, I suppose. They won both of theirs. NC State pulls out one. Duke, unfortunately, not quite able to win any, but a resounding success of an event, I would have to say.
It was a fantastic event. Begrudgingly, I will admit, poor showing from Duke, but it seems like UNC definitely was controlling in both the games they played. Obviously, a couple heartbreaks for NC State. Those last rounds were super exciting, but just couldn't get it done in those clutch moments. But it was a super exciting match. Glad to cast, glad to play.
Incredible stuff. Any thoughts?
I mean, it was definitely a great match to see. A little bit more competitive than the games that we were a part of, but, you know, we're a new team. We're trying to, you know, get ourselves off the ground here, but it was great. This was a great opportunity to get a lot more experience throughout, you know, throughout the event.
Yeah, I mean, your team only, I believe, 3 months old, is it? Duke's Counter-Strike team. NC State and UNC have been going for a little while in Counter-Strike, so not a poor showing at all. And the scoreline doesn't look that different from any of the other matches we saw today.
Not too bad.
Despite the unlucky breaks for a lot of the losing teams, you guys on the back of several of them, NC State in this last map on the back of plenty. A successful, I think, day of Counter-Strike, and what an incredible event that hosted by UNC. And so would extend the thanks to both the production crew here with us, all the players, NC State, Duke, and UNC players. And we're not done for the day. Well, I am. We are probably. But Triangle Takedown is not done. Overwatch is coming on. That should be around 4 p.m. today. So more Triangle Takedown action, more Triangle Esports coming up. But that'll be it for Counter-Strike. Thanks so much. I've been Cutter. I've been APTR. I've been your caster.
Nick and other Nick.
And other Nick.
From Duke.
And for all of us here at the Triangle Takedown here in Chapel Hill, thanks so much for watching.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.